day, viewers. Welcome to KPIC Talkshow. I'm your host for today, Chidoka Precious. Today, we're considering a very interesting topic titled Myth or Truth When Culture Meets Science. Growing up, I know you must have had a lot of things that may have kept you in doubt and confusion. For instance, you must have heard that when taking fruit and you swallow the seed mistakenly, they end up germinating in your belly. I know you must have also heard that when it is raining and sunny at the same time, an elephant or a lion is giving birth. Well, you're in luck because today we have some guests who are ready to give answers to this myth. We're now going on a very short break. When we return, we'll get to know them. Welcome back. Here we have Eson Deborah, and over here we have Otogo Emanuela. We've heard about the word myth, but what is actually myth? Eson Deborah, can you please explain to us in your own words what you think myth is?
Myths are stories passed down from generation to generation, which may seem true but are usually untrue. They are also advices or warnings that elders or parents give to us in order to help us to be able to behave and act in the society. For instance, when you take a fruit and mistakenly swallow the seed, it will end up germinating in your body. Well, we all know that trees need some basic elements to grow, like air, water, sunlight, etc. But biologically, human beings do not possess any particles of earth in their body system. So therefore, no matter how many seeds you swallow, it will not germinate in the body because the human body is not meant for growing trees. Trees are only meant to be grown in the soil. And if you swallow a seed, and parents also usually tells this to their children just to warn them of the precautions that it may cause, like kidney stone. So if you swallow a seed, it will not germinate in your body. So maybe only end up harming you.
Thank you very much for that answer. Over to your Otogo Emanuela. Do you believe in myth?
Thanks for having me here. Well, I don't believe in myth.
What are your reasons?
Myths are traditional stories from generation to generations, mostly about heroes and gods, or sometimes human origin or cultural beliefs.
Growing up, I know you must have had a lot of myth. So can you please share with us some examples of myth you've had while growing up?
Growing up as a kid, I heard a lot of myths, for instance, whistling at night. Some believe that whenever they whistle at night, they are summoning dead spirits, ghosts, snakes, or sometimes dead people. I've also heard of eating twin banana. In some cultures, they believe that whenever a pregnant woman eats twin banana, it increases the chances of her conceiving a twin. But eating twin banana does not really mean that you conceive a twin. That is why I don't believe in it.
Okay, thank you both of you. Now over to the main questions. The tooth on the roof story. When you lose a tooth, don't throw it on the roof because if a lizard sees it, a new one will grow. Now, growing up as a kid, my mom would always tell me whenever I lose a tooth that I should be mindful of how I throw it if I really want a new one to grow. Or at times before she throws it, she says an Igbo chant that goes like this. Okay, berezim, ngwerebelezim. Okay, berezim, ngwerebelezim. Or is it the popular one children now believe? The one of a tooth fairy, a magical creature that takes tooth, replacing it with money. It sounded magical, right? So, son Deborah, can you please tell us what you think of this myth?
Well, people usually believe on this myth because theirs may have taken a long time to grow, and it may also occur that they may be in their permanent stage. But if you throw a tooth on the roof and a lizard sees it, it does not decreases the opportunity or chances for your teeth to grow back. And the saying on the tooth fairy, well, I believe in tooth fairies because it personally happened to me when I was still young and I lost a tooth and I put it under my pillow. And when I woke up, I couldn't find it there. Then that made me believe that tooth fairies are real.
Thanks for that answer. So, Manola, do you think there's anything contrary you want to say?
Well, tooth fairies are not real. The tooth fairy is a folklore tradition where parents take their child's tooth from the pillow and replaces it with small gifts or money. This is done to make the child feel excited and positive about losing a tooth. The tooth fairies are mostly seen in cartoons, just to entertain children. So losing a tooth and the tooth fairy taking it is just a folklore tradition, just to make the child not to feel bad about losing a tooth.
The next question will be directed to you, Otoga Emanuela. Don't spit on the ground. If you spit on the ground and someone else steps on it, you get a sore throat. I remember walking along the street one day, about to spit on the ground. An elderly woman shouted, "Hey, don't spit there because if someone steps on it, you get a sore throat." That was scary enough to make me swallow my spit. So, Emanuela, what do you have to say about this myth?
Many people believe that if they spit on the ground and someone steps on it, the person who spat on the ground is going to have sore throat. But that's not true. Sore throat are caused by flu, cough, dry smoke, and sometimes bacteria. Sore throat can also be caused by the air we breathe in. So you spitting on the ground and someone stepping on it does not really mean that you that spat on the ground is going to have sore throat. That's why I think that spitting on the ground does not really mean you have sore throat.
Thank you so much. Over to your question, Isandibera. Rain and sunshine together. When it is raining and sunny at the same time, an elephant to a lion is giving birth. I don't agree with this myth, but I don't have a point to back it up. So, Isandibera, can you please help us?
When it's rainy and sunny, a lion and elephant has given birth. People really intend to believe in this myth because it's a really rare weather condition and it's called sunshine. But it does not really predict that elephant or lion has given birth because elephant or lion are mammals which can give birth up to 2 to 3 children at a time in any geographical area. So it does not really mean that when you see rain and sun together, a lion and elephant is giving birth. It's just a rare condition and which God has created, and everything He created is beautiful and wonderfully made.
What's your? I told you, Emanuela, do you think you have anything contrary to what she has said?
I totally agree with that.
Thank you so much. What's your question? Pointing at the cattle egrets, we all know as leke leke, give us white fingers. In my hometown, a chant was also attached to this particular myth, but I don't think there's time for that. Then, when kids see the bird, and maybe after the bird finish passing, and I see any white spots on their nails, they start jumping up. Look at the cat's giving me white finger. Look at the cat's giving me white finger. So tell you, Manuela, what do you have to say about this myth? Because it sounds true to me.
Well, growing up as a kid, I too believe in the cattle egret, which is commonly known as leke leke. Whenever I see a cattle egret flying by, I always sing the song that is common among kids. And if I happen to see a white finger, I'll run to my siblings saying, "Look, leke leke gave me white finger." But those white fingers are usually caused by tiny nail injuries or vitamin deficiency, in a medical term called leukonasia. After making my research, I found out that those white fingers are not caused by cattle egret, but by tiny nail injuries and lack of vitamin in the body. That's why I don't think or believe that leke leke gives white finger.
So, like Sandibera, do you have anything contrary to what Otoge Emanuela has said?
I partially believe that Leke Leke gives white finger because some weeks ago, I and my friends were walking and a flock of white birds passed by. So out of excitement, we decided to chant the song we all know, and excitedly and miraculously, the bird gave us white spots on our fingers, and we were so happy and excited that we decided that anytime we see the bird, we always chant that song. But most of us, our spot has vanished. Like she said, it's also caused by tiny nail injury and vitamin. So maybe it might be caused by tiny nail injury, maybe I had, or lack of vitamin. But if it's not true, then I believe that leke leke gives white fever.
Thank you both for that wonderful answer. Before I round up our show for today, we have some individuals in the studio who would like to state their opinion on some myths we have here. We'll now go on a very short break. When we return, we'll get to know them. It's nice to have you here in the studio with us. I have some questions here and I want you to tell me if it's true or false. Let's get started. Don't step over someone lying down, else you'll stop growing tall. True or false?
False.
Okay. Don't look into a mirror at night. You might see a ghost. True or false?
False.
Dominic. Okay, Shalom, you have something to say.
I think it's false because I look at the mirror every night and I've not seen a ghost or a dead person. So I think
Me too. Every night since I had this meet, I used to look in the mirror every night, and I've not seen any ghosts. I've not seen dead people walking. Like, even like, I look at the mirror midnight. I've not seen anything. Second, our next question: don't bend and look in between your legs in the market. You see a ghost or dead people walking. True or false?
True.
All of you said true. Talk to us.
Grandma told me that if I look under my leg, I'll see ghosts or people that are dead. So that's why I said it's true.
Okay. Me too. I've had a lot of stories about people bending and looking in between their legs. Even one of my classmates, Koko former, told me saying that a boy ran mad because he bent and looked under his leg. Then he saw a ghost. This myth, I don't think anybody is going to try it because like the consequences is too much. If I bend and looking between my legs and I see a ghost, I'll run mad. I don't think someone would want to try such a thing. Our next myth. Whistling at night invites snakes or evil spirits. True or false?
False.
Okay. Sweeping at night drives away wealth. True or false?
False.
why I think that if you sweep, it drives away wealth. That is false because of sweeping in night does not drive away wealth. And me too, I used to sweep in night every time and it does not drive away wealth or make wealth even come.
If a black cat crosses your path, you have bad luck. True or false? Wait, Fama, do you have anything to say? It's up to us.
I believe that is false because people do keep cats as pets, and even if they should wake up in the morning and their cat should pass their side, they will not have bad luck. Even myself, my building, there's a building close to us that they have cats as pets, and since it's a bungalow, the cat has chance to enter our building and go around freely. So even if I should go downstairs and they should pass my side, I don't see that day turn into a bad day.
Okay, thank you so much. You know, at times people believe this myth because, like, cats, if you look at them, they look, I don't even know how to describe them, but I ran away from cats because I see their eye as something bad. Okay, next myth, bunk shakers. This is mostly had in boarding schools. So, are bunk shakers real? True or false?
True.
Hmm?
True.
True.
I think bunk shakers are true because everybody that goes to boarding school come back with the same story. So I don't think maybe they planned to make those that are going to day school believe something because I've heard it from people that went to different states boarding schools. So I don't think they can just like plan and say let's tell those going to day school something about this. Like I think it's true actually.
Okay, thank you so much. Next myth. If you should see an owl at night, something dangerous is coming your way. True or false?
False.
Huh?
False.
False. Someone should come and tell me why he or she thinks it's false.
Why I said this false is because owl fly at night. They can stay anywhere. Nothing will happen. But they are afraid of light. Thank you.
People think it's true because owls are majorly seen as something like they're seen as evil creatures. Even I myself, I believe it that if I should see an owl at night, plus their eyes scare me a lot. So if I should see an owl at night, I have to start praying before my enemies hurt me. Next question. If you should wake up in the morning and a dove, maybe you see a dove flying by, that day is a lucky day for you. True or false?
False.
Palm scratching. If your palm should itch you, money is coming in. True or false? Eh? Okay. I somehow believe in this myth because I've had stories like, for example, one of my classmates, according to her, she said her palm do itch her a lot. So whenever her palm itches her, she gets money, clean 1,000 naira notes, folds it, and she uses it to scratch her palm. Somehow, money always gets to her that day. But personally, I've not have any experience like that. Next question: tripping. If you should trip continuously in a day, someone is planning evil for you. True or false? Okay. For me, I think it's true because I can like imagine myself trip like in a day. I've tripped like 10 times. Like I don't see it as something ordinary. There's something behind it because I cannot let if I walk, now not trip, now get up again, not trip, now wake up again, not trip. Like I don't see it as something ordinary. Next myth. If tears comes out from your left eye, someone you love is sad or maybe in danger. True or false? Don't you want to tell me why you should think this was?
Why I said this false is because I once had that. Because if I'm blinking my eye too much, I will always bring out tears out of my eyes. Or sometimes if I'm watching movie at night and I do not blink, if I blink once, tears will come out of my eyes. Thank you.
Okay. Does anyone have anything contrary to what you have said? The only thing to say. Okay, for me too, same reason. When tears comes out from my eye, I don't think anyone I love dearly is in danger because it happens to me maybe if I stay for long and I don't blink. When I finally blink, I feel a pain. Then after that pain, tears comes out. So I don't think, for me personally, I don't think if tears should come out from my eye, someone I love is in danger. Next one, white thread. If you have hiccup, just get a thread, place it on your hair. It's going to stop. True or false?
Why I think it's true is because when my cousin was still a little girl, my auntie normally put a white thread upon her head so that when she's sleeping, she won't cry because of the hiccup. Then
Okay, do you have anything to say? Give the person next to you.
the same as he said.
Okay, thank you. Does anyone have anything contrary to what they have said? For me, I think it's true because last year my mom gave birth, and whenever my baby have hiccup, we always get like I think it works well if the thread you are bringing is from the person's clothes. For example, if I'm the one having the hiccup, I get the thread from my clothes, not from another person's clothes. Then place it on my hair. After a while, it goes because there are some hiccup you have, water cannot take it away. You might drink water, but the hiccup continues. Just like my baby. There was one time she was having hiccup. We gave her water, it's continued. And like we got this advice from my grandma. So when if we give her water and if we give her water and the hiccup doesn't stop, we get a thread from her clothes that she's wearing currently. We get the thread, place it on her head, and after a while, it goes. So since then, it's made me believe that if I should have a hiccup, I don't have to take. It's not necessary that I should take what I can just get a thread, place it on my hair, and the hiccup will go. Okay, that's all the myths we have here for today. And this is all for today's show. I hope you all enjoyed it. From myself and the rest of us here in the studio, we say goodbye.